When was the law enacted and the date of its effectivity? When? When was the date of its enactment and effectivity? Okay, sige. Evangelista John.
Hi, good evening po, attorney, classmates. The law was signed into it was signed into law by GMA on August 14, 2009, and it was rendered effective after 15 days.
Anong 15 days ang sinasabi mo dyan?
After it was signed po into a law, attorney, sorry.
Okay, do you agree? Present pa siya. Okay, do you agree with the answer of your classmate? I know you are there. So, do you agree? Aranas Maria Isabel.
Yes po. It was following its publication on August 31, 2009 po, attorney.
Miss Cañeda, do you agree?
The Magna Carta of Women was approved August 14, 2009, and its effectivity, the act shall take effect 15 days after its publication in at least 2 newspapers of general circulation, also correlating it with Section 44 of the same act that states that the department shall formulate the implementing rules and regulations of the act within 180 days after its effectivity po.
Okay, but you remember next time, hindi na tayo maglalagay ng number, ha? Okay, as further provided by law, we just write that. Okay, ganun ang buong sagot, ha? Okay. Okay. So, ituloy natin kasi nung nakalaan ako ang nagre-recite, okay? Now, in this RA 9710, no, 'di ba? 9710, okay? The aim is to empower women, okay, by bridging the gap caused by gender-based distinctions, restrictions on women's participations or role, okay, may be embedded in our society or customs and traditions, okay? Something we have inherited, okay, because we were colonized, okay? Now, what brought on this Magna Carta? Why do we have this Magna Carta for women? Okay. Why? Bakit meron nito? Okay, Dizon, Roy Vincent.
It's the national translation for the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women po, the CEDAW po.
What is that? What is, can you specify?
CEDAW, attorney, it claims that women's right can be translated as human rights din po.
Okay. So, to better answer it, as the Philippines is a signatory to CEDAW, okay, as part of its duty with the United Nations, okay, the Philippines, being a member of CEDAW and a signatory to the agreement, is compelled, okay, or obliged to enact laws that would eliminate all forms of discrimination against women. Okay, maybe through policy making, enactment of laws, whether in relation to the socio-economic, political, and cultural development of women in the Philippines. Okay? To ensure that all human beings of whatever gender are free and equal in dignity and in rights. Okay? So without CEDAW, okay, there would be no compelling reason to make this. Okay? Maybe we will have it, okay, but not as early as when it was enacted. Okay? So bakit? Kasi sabi sa CEDAW, dapat within 10 years you have this law. Dapat within 20 years you should have minimized this kinds of discrimination. Okay? That's what it means that the state is obliged. Okay? Obligado. Walang choice. Kung hindi mo ginawa, ano mangyayari? You can be sanctioned by the United Nations. So ano yan? Pwede niyang itarif yung goods mo, magkaroon siya ng embargo, pwedeng kung anong penalty na ganun. Okay? Meron siyang kapalit. You can also be what? Yung president natin, as the representative of our country, you can be tried. Kasuhan siya for failure to follow or to comply with his or her obligation under CEDAW. Okay? Now, di ba merong international court? Kasi favorite niyo lang yung criminal court dahil kay Duterte. Meron pang iba. International Arbitration Court. Meron ding international court. Okay? So, for these kinds of cases. Okay? Remember yung case ni Karen. Okay? That I mentioned before. Now, to summarize, okay, can you summarize what are the rights protected by Magna Carta for women? Okay yan. But, sino makakapag-volunteer nung Siyempre, wag na yung naka-recite. What are these 10 rights? Sinabi ko na, 10. Okay? If you can summarize it briefly, what are these 10 rights protected, okay, or embodied by Magna Carta? Women. Okay. Plaza Ricky, you are recognized.
Good evening po, Attorney. The RA 9710, the rights protected under this Magna Carta of Women. Number 1, protection from violence, participation and representation, equal treatment before the law, equal access to education, health rights, decent work and equal opportunity, right to livelihood and resources, special protection for marginalized women, cultural identity and integrity, and peace and development.
Do you have another answer? Dito, nasa na aking spin the wheel. Nandito ka ba? Karen Singapan. Okay, do you agree?
Yes po, Attorney.
Okay.
And in addition din po, it also provides protection from all forms of violence, including those committed by the state. This includes the incremental increase in the recruitment and training of women in government service that cater to women victims of gender-related offenses. Another is protection and security in times of disaster, calamities, and other crisis situations. Participation and representation, including undertaking temporary special measures and affirmative actions to accelerate and ensure women's equitable participation.
Okay, so walang naka-perfect. So let's do this. Number 1, right to be protected from violence. Okay. Number 2, right to protection and security in times of disasters, calamities, and other crisis situations. Okay. Number 3, right to participation and representation. The aim here is that sometime in the near future, in government offices and elective positions, there will be 50% women and men, or equal distribution of all genders in all government offices and elective positions. Next, equal access in education, scholarship, and training. What is meant here is that the rules for the commencement or promotion, awards, okay, for any kind of gender will be the same. Okay. Next, the opportunities for whatever gender you are is also the same. Okay. And then training of when men and women are the same. Okay. So dati hinihiwalay yung training ng babae sa lalaki. Ngayon hindi. Sama-sama kayo. Okay. So that's what it means. Plus, those opportunities that are granted to men shall also be granted to women, whether in education, scholarships, or training. Next, women's participation in sports. Now, the goal here also is the same. Okay? Previously, we only had male athletes. Okay? And if you have a woman athlete, she would need to get the consent of her parent or her spouse to participate. O, diba? Okay, so glad that we did not live during those times. Okay? So with that, the goal, besides having equal representation, is that women, okay, who are adults can give consent on their own, okay, or need not get the consent of their parents or their husband if they want to participate in sports, provided they are of legal age. Okay? Next, women participation in the military. So previously, in the police force, in the military, kung Marines man yan, Navy, kung ano man yan, okay, there were only men. Okay? With this law, okay, and our participation in CEDAW, okay, women are allowed to enter into these kinds of jobs, okay, and they cannot be discriminated or refused entry because of their gender. And then came with the LGBTQIA+, we have this rule, don't ask, don't tell. Diba? Sino police dito? Don't ask, don't tell. They are welcome, but we will not ask, and if you are asked, you keep your mouth shut. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Okay? Next, okay, non-discriminatory and non-derogatory portrayal of women in media and film. So that's why you have your yung classification. O, di ba? Yung dati R or PG lang. PG-13, PG-16, R-18, mga ganyan lang, okay? So now you have your qualifications, yung ilalagay parental guidance. Merong nudity, merong pag-alak, merong drug abuse, okay? It is specified, okay? That is required by law, okay? Next. Now, also in movies or in shows, in your television and online, okay? You have to put preliminary statement, okay, regarding the portrayal of women in media and film. Diba ang pelikulang ito ay galing sa kathang isip lamang, wag gayahin, wag tularan, okay? So it's part of it, okay? Now, it also includes in number 7, okay? Now, if the matter is sensitive, okay, you have to blur the name of the victim and you should not name him or her. Okay, na-rape na nga, in-interview mo pa, kitang-kita na sa buong mundo yung mukha niya. Oh, bliner mo nga yung mukha, nilagay mo naman yung pangalan. Okay? So here we have the privacy. Dati walang privacy. Basta gusto ko tayong interviewin kita. Puntahan pa sa bahay. Now you cannot do that. Lahat sa mass media natin, kahit sa print. Okay? O di ba yung lagi niyong nakikita pag ini-interview, madilim. Sometimes they synthesize the voice. Kaya hindi na natin alam. So, dati walang ganung batas. Because of this, you have to protect them. And it was only later that the Supreme Court followed. Kasi 'di ba yung kaso nakalagay diyan yung pangalan ng akusado at biktima, whatever gender. So na-rape ka na. Nabasa ng lahat. Dati law student lang nagbabasa. Thereafter, the Supreme Court said, we have to upload everything online because of the cyber world and to be modernized. So ngayon, hindi na lang law student ang basa. Lahat na nang may access online, nakita na siya ay rape victim. Yun. Kaya ngayon, if you have these kinds of cases, whether you will file the petition in court or anything, you have to what? Hide the name of the victims. Okay? Kaya makikita nyo, ano ba yan? Alias AAA, alias BBB. Okay? Adoption case. Mo pwedeng ilagay na, alam mo, minor si Mayrish Sanggalang. Okay? Petition for adoption of Mayrish Sanggalang. Hindi pwede. Petition for adoption of the minor AAA. Kaya ang daming AAA. Kung anong gusto nyong abbreviation, pwede. But the abbreviation must not be able or identifiable to the person. In protection of his or her privacy. So, ganun din yan. May utang. Pinost mo sa Facebook. Ayan. Okay? So, that's harsh and that's hard. You're very angry, but that is the law. Okay, di ba yung pag nanood kayo sa TV, ang mga pangalan ng mga tao ay pinalitan para proteksyonan ang kanilang identidad. The names of the characters were changed to protect their identities. Yun lang yun. It's a big deal, okay? Now, let's proceed. Okay. So, merong batas yun, ha? Next, right to health. So, I think I mentioned before, yung 180 days ba yun na leave for any, if you will undergo surgery, in relation to gynecological disorder. Okay, next, special benefit leaves for women. So, kasama dyan yung maternity leave. So, previously, whether you gave birth normal or cesarean, same number of leaves yan. Ngayon, iba na because of the different needs of normal birth and cesarean section, they have different amount of leaves. Next, if you are a solo parent, you get additional privilege. Diyan yan ang gagaling. Kaya siya gumagawa ng batas. Solo parent, whether babae o lalaki, you are a solo parent. Kasi lagi nire-recognize lang natin, single mother. Bakit naman meron din namang single dad. Okay? So, we do not discriminate. Ang tawag natin nga ngayon, solo parent. Okay? So, walang discrimination, ha? Okay. Next, equal rights in all matters relating to marriage and family relations. Okay, so nag-persons na kayo, ha? Can you recall any of those laws of the family code that are discriminatory to women? Sa ating family code, 1, 2, 3, 5. I can name 5. Ilan sa inyo? Is there a volunteer? Okay, Miss Breeze, volunteer.
This discriminatory provisions po, attorney. are Article 84 of the Family Code, Article 110, 111, 112, 114, 117 po, Attorney.
Now, what are those provisions of law that says, what is within this law that says it is discriminatory? What? What is there that would say it is discriminatory? Sinagutan nyo na naman po ng mga number. What's that? Who will volunteer? Who will volunteer? O, ako na lang magbo-volunteer. What are those articles? Okay, that we would say discriminate, okay, against women, okay? What are those? Discriminating ba yung 84? Hindi naman. Ano? Ano? Okay, Alcantara.
Good info. So some of the provisions that are discriminatory is the wife may exercise any profession or occupation or engage in business. However, the husband may object, provided that his income is sufficient for the family according to its social standing, and his opposition is founded in serious and valid grounds. So another is that the husband may dispose of the conjugal partnership property for the purposes specified in Articles 161 and 162. Another provision is discriminatory provision is that the wife cannot bind the conjugal partnership without the husband's consent, except in cases provided by the law. Another is that the father, or in his absence, the mother, is the legal administrator of the property pertaining to the child under parental authority. And the fifth one is that the mother who contracts a subsequent marriage loses the parental authority over her children unless the deceased husband, father of the latter, has expressly provided in his will that his widow might marry again, and has ordered that in such case he should keep and exercise parental authority over their children po.
Saan mo hinugot yan? Palagay ko, luma na yan.
Sa libro po, nung binasa ko po.
Luma na yan, di ba? Okay. So, some of those that you mentioned have already been changed. Okay? Meron na tayong jurisprudence dyan. Okay? So, this is what we have. Article 14, okay, of the Family Code, wherein when you will get married, there is a hierarchy of preference of who will give consent, and the primary person is the father. Second lang ang nanay. Okay, so that's discrimination. Okay, next, Article 96. Okay, if you have joint administration of your conjugal properties. However, if you argue, diba, there is preference to the husband's decision. Okay. Next, Article 211. Okay, this is your family code. Okay. Now, you have joint parental authority. Okay, but in certain instances, the husband's decision will prevail. Okay. But the wife is given recourse, okay, to question the decision if it is not without valid ground. Next, ito naman yung tumama, grieving preference, Article 225. Okay. Giving preference to the husband's decision on exercise of legal guardianship over the property of an emancipated minor common child. Okay? So, yun siya. Now, another that has been raised by Gabriela is that it is discriminatory that there must be repeated physical abuse and grossly abusive conduct before it can be a ground for legal separation. Okay, so dapat pala ilang beses ka muna magulpe at masaktan bago siya legal separation. Di ba pwedeng yung sa isa, legal separation na? Di ba? So, that's discriminating. Okay? Well, that's also discriminating to man. Meron namang, di ba? Meron namang battered husband eh. Okay? So, those proviso, ano yan? Ano ba yan? So, this is Article 14, 55, 96 to 11, 225. Okay? So, these are directly, okay, existing laws that are expressly discriminatory to women. Plus yung laging sila, the husband's decision shall prevail. Okay? Ngayon, hindi ka na pwedeng pigilan ng asawa mo magtrabaho. There's no such thing. Okay? Bawal yon. Okay? Unless you belong to another religion. Okay? If you belong to another religion, that applies. But for team normal, team average, hindi pwede. Okay? I think it's there in the book, correct. But it's for a certain group of individuals. If you are Islam, they have that. Okay? So, those are the salient points, okay, that are, should be highlighted, okay, and then, they also made mention of, in addition, the marginalized sector, okay, in relation to this Magna Carta, okay, so, who are this marginalized group? Okay, these are disadvantaged or vulnerable persons or group who are mostly living in poverty and have little or no access to land and other resources as well as basic social and economic services such as healthcare, education, water and sanitation, employment, livelihood opportunities, housing, social security, physical infrastructure, and justice system. Okay? So if you have friends who are doctors, okay, in public hospital, okay, they would tell you na itong mga grupo na to, ito ang pinaka mga demanding sa ospital. Especially if they have already previously claimed benefits. Nakakapanganak sila ng libre, pang-6, pang-7, pang-8. Eh, wala nga silang PhilHealth OSS, pero libre sila. Eh, lalo na yung mga grupong 4Ps na yan. Eh, akala nyo yun lang nakuha nila? Pera, hindi. They also have health benefits. Eh, ano ibig sabihin nun? Pag pumunta sila dun sa ospital, mga anak sila, entertain mo sila. Sabi na, 4Ps ako. O, ano gagawin mo? Walang health record, mga anak na. Eh, it's harsh, but that is the reality. Okay. Now, what else are marginalized group? It also includes, okay, indigenous peoples. Kasama siya ha. Minors. Okay? Now, persons who are 18 years of age, however, they are not able to protect themselves because of their mental or physical condition. Okay? So, hindi kailangan ng PWD ID. Okay, next. Senior citizens and solo parents. O, iba, if you are solo parent, marginalized sector ka na. O, kahit ba lawyer ka, ikaw ay solo parent. Okay, pag nakuha mo yung ID mo, marginalized sector. Okay, I do not know how they studied this. Okay. Now, what are the penalties? If you are a government official and you committed a violation, o di merong administrative penalty. Now, if you committed something in violation of the crime like 9262, 7610, Safe Spaces Act, Anti-Sexual Harassment Act, o di you get criminal penalty in addition to administrative penalty. Okay? Plus damages. Okay. Plus laging merong damages. Okay? So, let's proceed to the next article. Okay? It's the most popular law. Okay? And that's RA 9262, Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children, which was enacted in 2004. Okay? So, siya na ang pinaka-popular. Okay? Now, what are those acts prohibited under BAUC? Ito yung tinatawag nating BAUC, ha? But do not answer BAUC dun sa exam. Okay? During discussion lang. Okay? So, what are these acts that are prohibited under BAUC? Volunteer or I will volunteer you? Ilan ba to? 4 kinds of violence or abuse. Okay, missing Hapan.
Considered BAUC are physical, sexual, or psychological abuse, treating a woman or child as a sex object, making demeaning or sexually suggestive remarks, and prostituting a woman or a child.
Okay, this is just divided into 4. Mr. Estrada. Wala. Okay. What is your answer, Mr. Estrada? Din ba ang sagot mo? Okay, Miss Vega, JD. You are recognized.
The following acts include physical, sexual, psychological, and economic abuse against women in RA 9262.
Sabi ko wag tayong tamad ha. So, pagsasagot tayo, the following acts, okay, comprises violence against women and their children as provided for by law. Physical violence, which may be bodily or physical harm, sexual violence, psychological violence, and or economic abuse. So, it's divided into 4. Okay? Although marami yan, di ba? May subsection A, B, C, ganun pa yun, hanggang letter F. Okay? But these are the 4. Okay? 4 kinds. Okay? Now, when you say violence, okay, against women and their children, okay? So, it may be an act or a series of acts committed by any person against his wife, former wife, a woman with whom he has or had sexual or dating relationship, or a person with whom he or she has a child, or against the woman's child. Okay? Now, can this be committed by a woman? That's because that's always the question. Can BAUC be committed by a woman? Lalaki ba laging may kasalanan nito? Okay, ano tayo? Spin the wheel. Oh. Oh, sige, Miss Cañeda, save your classmate.
The acts of violence provided for by law in the violence against women and their children can be committed by any person as provided for by law, meaning it can be committed also by women.
Okay, what is your other answer? If you have any other answer, Mr. Beralde?
Attorney, good evening po. My answer po is yes. Violence against women po yung who can be committed po by the woman. It is mentioned po in this po RA relating po to the lesbian partners, girlfriend or former partners po of the victim. Thank you po.
Okay, next, Miss Valencia, what's your answer?
Same answer, attorney. Yes, under the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act, violence against women po and their children can be committed by anyone, including women. So the law recognizes that both men and women po can be perpetrators of violence, although it primarily focuses on protecting women po and children from abuse, while the act po is designed to protect women from acts of violence typically perpetrated by men. It does not exclude the possibility of women committing acts of violence against her partner or children po, attorney.
Okay. So, since maybe we'll have the similar answer. Now, before the enactment of RA 9262, okay, I hope you read this. I do not know if you read it or not. Bago siya ginawa during the interpellations in Congress. Okay? It was supposed to be a Domestic Violence Act. Yun talaga ang tawag sa kanya. Okay? So, the victim may either be a man, a woman, LGBTQIA+. Okay? So, there was this person, itawag natin siya sa pangalan na Kiko. Okay? Because he is a lawyer and the others are just actors. Sabihin, totoo naman yun eh. O, sabi niya, well, you know, there is a study that the common victims of domestic violence are women. So let us just highlight it as women. So meron namang isa. Because you know, her husband, what he does, diba? So, tawag natin siya sa pangalang Dr. Loy. I agree with Senator Kiko because many of us wives are victims of our philandering husbands. Oh, yun siya. Tinag-team nila ito. That's why it became violence against women and their children. Okay, ito ang history nito. Did you read that? Did you find that? Now, no, because of tapos dinagtungan pa ito, I don't know if it was Risa Hontiveros, I do not know. Meron pa siyang kung ano-anong table. Okay, so at the end of the day, instead of protecting both genders, okay, we will just protect women and the children. Okay, now however, when it refers to children, it is children of any gender. So, man, woman, LGBTQIA+. Okay? However, like if you are a single dad, you get a girlfriend, okay? Or your ex-wife was the one who committed violence against you or your children. Pwede ba to? Ay, hindi. It is harsh, but that is the law. Okay? Now, paano, nagligawan lang naman kami, walang nangyari sa amin, di nga kami naghalikan. Is it included? Yes. One night stand ko lang yan. It is not included. You're wrong. Okay? So, any kind of dating or sexual relationship, or, tatandaan nyo, or, hindi na kailangan merong sex. Okay? Hindi rin kailangan may anak. Basta nag-date kayo, kahit walang bunga, huwag nasaktan mo siya. Kung ayaw niya ng slight physical injuries, tatamaan ka ng bawsi. Okay? It is harsh, but that is the law. Now, it may be committed by a man or a woman. Now, the woman may be of a principal, guilty, or guilty by conspiracy. Like, sinaktan ka nung husband mo at nung kanyang other person. Diba? Yung kanyang other person, yung bago niyang asawa or jowa niya. Silang dalawa guilty ng vowsy. Okay? So, you must remember that. Okay, let us go into this. So, is 9262 discriminating against man? Di ba may kaso yun dito sa book ninyo? Sana binasa nyo, ha? Is it a discrimination? Ano sabi? Ano sabi? Does it discriminate? Ano? Yes, Plaza, Ricky.
So actually, it's the case of Garcia versus Drilon. The husband who challenges the RA 9262. The Supreme Court held that the unequal power relationship between women and men, the fact that women are more likely than men to be the victims of violence, and the widespread gender bias and prejudice against women, all make for real differences justifying the classification under the law. As Justice McIntyre succinctly states, the accommodation of differences is the essence of true equality.
Okay, the rationale here of the Supreme Court is that although this law protects women and their children, okay, there is nothing in this law that states that you cannot create a law that protects boyfriends, husbands, and men. Wala naman, di ba? Okay, it is akin to senior citizens' privileges. It is just what? Applicable to that certain class of person. But it doesn't say that, you cannot make a law for the children. You cannot make a law for this. There's no such thing. Diba? Or like, pwede mo bang ibigay yung maternity leave sa lalaki? Hindi mo siya nanganganak? Okay? As long as it is a valid, reasonable classification and doesn't prohibit other persons from creating other laws that would protect his or her rights, it is not discrimination. Okay? Kung may nakalagay sa RA 9262 na, hindi na kayo pwedeng mag-enact ng batas, ha? Babae lang ang biktima. Lalaki hindi nagiging biktima. Wala naman, di ba? So, maybe later, okay, or kung sana natuloy yung Domestic Violence Act, yung original nilaban ng Gabriela at Makabayan doon sa Kongreso, we would have protection for both. But as of now, women lang. Okay? It's harsh, but that is the law. Okay? So, physical violence. What else? Pag physical violence, basta nasaktan siya. Okay? Wala naman hindi naman nagkapasa, walang dugo, kahit pa. Okay? Hindi masyadong sensitive yung skin niya na hinila-hila mo na walang pasa. Okay? Walang patunay na nasaktan siya. Okay? Tandaan nyo, as long as the testimony is credible, okay, it can be upheld in court. Okay? Now, when you say, lanampasan natin yung isa because it's a long topic. Then you have psychological violence. Okay, so when you say psychological, it's not just humiliation, okay, or emotional suffering, or maybe anxiety, yung sleepless nights, hindi lang yun. Okay? Hindi lang yung something related to moral damages. It would include stalking. Okay? Ini-stalk mo siya. Okay? Sa opisina niya, sa Facebook niya. Okay? Yung mga social media niya. Okay? What else is here? Nawala. Repeated marital infidelity. Di ba? Walang pakialam dito kung adultery or concubinage yan. Sabi lang niya, marital infidelity. Okay? So, kasama yon sa psychological violence. Ano pa? Deprivation of the right to custody or children or visitation right. Yung mere threat nga lang na hindi mo na makikita ang anak mo. Yan. Next, economic abuse. Huwag kang magtrabaho. Bawal kang magtrabaho. What's the purpose of that? The man would make you dependent to him so that you would agree to all his demands. Or maybe your jowa, kasi kasama yung lesbian relationship, di ba? Kaya hindi mo siya pwedeng pigilan magtrabaho. Unless, exempted yung Islam natin, siya lang exception. Okay? So, if you prevent your partner na lang ang tawag ko, from engaging in any profession, occupation, business activity, or withhold financial support or resources. Okay? Kasama yung resources like yung bahay, pinaalis nyo sa bahay ninyong mag-asawa. Minanak doon sa magulang ko, umalis ka. Yan. You're not supposed to leave. Okay? Or maybe meron siyang sariling pera. Tapos sabi mo, hindi na ako nang magmamanage ng negosyo mo. Or ilipat mo na yung pera mo sa pangalan ko. Okay? Now, those are all economic abuse. Okay? So, let's proceed. Then you have sexual violence. So, di ba? Dati, I think Robin Padilla and Mariel Padilla became popular with this, di ba? Okay. Ganun tayo talaga Gusto natin na i-enjoy natin ang buhay na nakakatawa yung Senate hearing, but that's how it is. So, dati walang marital rape. Ngayon meron. Okay? So, pwede din yung date rape. Yan. Dati walang date rape. Sumama ka sa motel. Tapos, nagbago isip mo. Dati, walang ganun. Okay? So now, there is date rape, there is marital rape that was never considered before. No, you cannot treat your wife, former wife, your date, your jowa, or kung sino man niya siya, as a sex object. Okay? Or to satisfy your sexual needs. Okay? So, kasama yon. Kasama yung forcing your partner to watch porn. Yan. Or to engage in siguro natin yung adventurous kind of sexual activity. Yun na lang ilalagay kong words. Okay? So, kasama yun siya. Okay? And then also yung mga dating inclusions like to force your partner into prostitution, whether as a prostitute, an escort, or something online. Kasama yun, di ba? Yung merong kasing online pornography. And then online sex. Or kung ano man. Cyber pornography. Kasama yan lahat. Now, so even if women are the victims here, are considered here, it doesn't mean later that the legislators cannot enact laws in the future for men. So maybe we will have that kind of equality. Okay, now, so, syempre, you have reasons why they do not report. Okay? But, for whatever reason that you do not report it, okay, you have the period within to file the violation against you. Now, let's go to the other highlights, okay, of VAUSI. Okay. Now, prior, if you were a victim, okay, saan ka uuwi? Uuwi ka pa rin sa bahay ninyo. O, di, wala kang choice ngayon kundi makipagbati kasi nandun yung magulang ninyo or nakikita na kayo sa partido nung accused, kaya mag-ayos kayo. Diba? Now, one of the salient points of 9262 is that the government should have a temporary shelter for the victim. Yan. O, kala nyo, puro witness protection lang, ha? Meron din ito. It's under the DSWD. Next, besides housing, besides shelter, the government is mandated to provide counseling services. Okay? Medical assistance. Yan. Kasama yan. And, okay, livelihood to the woman, to the victim. Okay? So, let's go to another highlight or salient point is that if you are a person, private person, police officer, or barangay official who wanted to help, okay, the victim, okay, like tinakas mo siya, okay, or ikaw ang nag-report, okay, so you will not be liable for any criminal, civil, or administrative act. Okay? Ikaw ang, what do you call this? Ikaw ang nagtakas, ikaw ang kumupkop, yan. I think those are the better words. Or ikaw ang nag-encourage sa kanya na idemanda. Okay? Kasi 'di ba, kapag sinasabihan mo ang tao na idemanda mo ang asawa mo, that's disruption of their family life. 'Di ba? Or pwede din yung slander, defamation, 'di ba? So ngayon, it's not a crime. Okay? As long as you wanted to help or ensure the safety of the victim or victims. Okay? You are not liable. Criminal, civil, or administrative act. Okay. Paano po, attorney? Yun na nga po, tumulong lang ako. Kaya lang sa pagtulong ko, nasaktan ko yung akusado. Yan. Okay. Siyempre, medyo sinasaktan yung asawa niya. Ay, gusto mo maging superhero ka. Okay? Now, that one, not an automatic exemption. Okay? You have to prove it under your criminal law, yung ano nga ba yun? Exempting, justifying, mitigating circumstance. You prove it. Ano nga ba yun? When you assist or you aid a person, something. Okay? So, if you prove that exempting circumstance, the exempt. Justifying circumstance, yun siya. Okay? Dapat walang violence. Paano kaya yun? It's weird. Okay? Violente nga yung tao eh. Okay? So, dapat daw pakiusapan or i-pray natin na lang sila. Okay? It's harsh but that is the law. Okay? I did not create it. Okay? Next. Another important point is that cases in relation to VAUSI, RA 9262, are exclusively tried, okay, under the exclusive jurisdiction of the family court. Okay. Now, if there is no family court within the jurisdiction of the area, then it will be the regional trial court that is designated as a family court. Okay. Hindi nyo pwedeng i-file kung saan nyo gusto. Dismiss yan. Okay. Lack of jurisdiction. Okay. Next, important point. Okay. Next, you can get the help from the public attorney's office if you are the victim. Okay, 'di ba yung akusado kasi doon siya sa PAW. Kaya yung biktima, hindi kayo dapat sa PAW. Okay? Now, exemption tong RA 9262 kahit ikaw ang biktima, yes. You can ask the PAO to assist you in the preparation and drafting of the complaint. Okay? Next, ano pang very important provision dito? You have your barangay protection order, which may either be temporary protection order and then you have your permanent protection order from the court. Okay. Now, what is barangay protection order? Ano? Alam yan? Nabasa? O, ako naman, sige, magkukwento. Pero dapat aralin nyo to, ha? Ganito ko haba magpa-exam. Okay, now, a barangay protection order is effective for 15 days. Okay? And it is served, okay, by the punong barangay or kagawad. Okay? Wherein the respondent is ordered to stop threatening the victim, stop harassing, annoying, contacting, or communicating the victim, whether directly or indirectly. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Hindi nga siya ang mag-message. Meron naman siyang gagawa siya ng fake account or bibili siya ng bagong SIM card para i-message yung tao. Okay? Or gagamit siya ng ibang tao na para kulit-kulitin yung biktima niya. Okay? This is 15 days. Okay? Pwede pa po ba yun mag-hearing? Well, it is up to the barangay if they want to issue it automatically or if there is not sufficient evidence, then to conduct, okay, clarificatory questions between the parties. Kung nakita ng duguan na, anong hearing dyan? Protection order yan. Anong ibig sabihin pag may protection order? Dalawa lang yan. Okay? Yung biktima aalisin dun sa bahay with the assistance of the barangay or yung respondent, yung guilty party or parties will be asked to move out of the residence. Aalis. Okay? That's 15 days. 1-5. Okay? O, kasama din dyan yung and counting the period, excluding the first day and including the last day. Paano po pag wala si barangay chairman? Any kagawad. Pwede ba yung tanod? Hindi. Wala siya dito What are not included are deemed excluded. Okay? Now, next, you have you have your court protection order. Okay? So, magkaiba naman siya. You go to court and you file it. Okay. Now, who can file the protection order in the barangay or in court? Ano? Nabasa nyo na ba yun? Nakita? Okay, Evangelista John, you are recognized.
I'd like to redeem myself po, attorney. So anyone of the following may file a protection order in behalf of the victims. So we have a parent or guardian, apologies po, grandparents, children and grandchildren, relatives such as aunts, uncles, cousins, and in-laws, local officials and DSWD social workers, the police, of course yung counsel po natin, yung lawyers, the therapist, healthcare providers, and or any two people who came from the city or municipality where vowsy happened and who have personal knowledge of the crime.
Okay. Okay, that's correct. Now, what if the complainant does not want to file, okay, any action in court? Okay, maybe because of the trauma. Kung ano man dahilan. But the child of the victim would want to file a case. Is it possible? Oh, sino? Mag-volunteer po kayo. Nandito ba siya? Okay, Cabrera. If the victim does not want to file a complaint, however, that the child of the victim would want to file a complaint, is it possible?
Yes, attorney, it is possible. Because
as provided for by law, okay, even the ascendants, descendants, or collateral
collateral
relatives
relatives with the fourth civil degree
or
of
consanguinity
consanguinity or
may
affinity.
file the case, okay, or protection order. Okay, ano ibig sabihin nito? Kung ayaw mong magkaso, gusto mo lang protection order, magkaiba kasi yon. Pwede kang mag-file ng VAUSI na yung physical abuse plus protection order. Pwede na rin naman ang i-file mo lang protection order. Okay? It's your right. Diba? Oo. Gusto mo lang protection order eh. Why would they do that? Well, you cannot subject your morality and your choice upon the other person. Diba? Maybe ayaw naman nila makulong dahil may pinagsamahan. Iiyak din yung anak pag nakulong ang tatay, diba? Oh. Ayaw na humaba pa yung sama ng loob. Oh. Gusto na lang nila ng protection order para magkahiwalay na tayo ng bahay. Okay? Now, what do you include in your protection order? Halimbawa, protection order lang ipapile ko sa court attorney. Ayaw ko nang magdemanda ng 9262 kasi nakakahiya pag chisismisan kami. Okay? You have to indicate the name and addresses of the parties, di ba? How are you related? Nag-date lang ho kami, nagkaroon kami ng one night stand, nagkaanak kami, live-in kami dati kami mag-asawa. Kung ano man yan, kwento nyo. Okay? Anong nangyaring pang-aabuso? Okay? Whether it's physical, sexual, psychological, or emotional. Kung lahat yun ng 4 nangyari, di ilagay nyo. Di naman sinabing pa isa-isa eh. Okay? But you must be specific of the circumstances. Ganitong date, itong naganap. Okay? Next, what are you asking for? Are you asking from temporary protection or permanent protection? Kasi 'di ba, pwede namang gusto mo temporary lang. O di sandali lang. Kung gusto mo namang permanent, throughout. Okay? If you're asking for a lawyer, kasi wala ang abogado pambayad. Okay, next. If you are asking for waiver of payment of court fees. Kasi lahat naman ng kaso may bayad, di ba? If you want, motion to litigate as pauper litigant. Okay? Next, you must find a verification of your case and certification of non-forum shopping. Okay? So, kailangan yun, ha? Ano pang highlight niya? If you have a TPO or PPO, yung temporary protection order or PPO, okay? Bukod dun sa umalis ng bahay, ano pa? You can ask the court to prohibit the accused to apply for a firearm or to surrender his or her firearms. Di ba? Makita niyo yan. Okay? And if they have firearms, they must surrender it in court. Yan. Di ba? May baril siya. Or yung bago niyang karelasyon, may baril. Okay? Siyempre, nakakatakot yun. So, you include it in your application for protection order na may baril po yan. Okay, tinutukan ako, ganito, ay sana po ay isurrender sa korte dahil ito po ay isang banta sa aking buhay. Okay? It causes me anxiety that he or she may use it to silence. Okay. My request. Okay? So, nandyan yan, ha? Ano pa? Because of 9262, you can ask the court to to communicate with the employer of the accused that the salary be or the support for the victim be directly deducted from the salary and given to the victim. Oh, dati ba pwede mong gawin yun? Hindi pwede. Sasabihin nila, away mag-asawa yan, hindi kami makikialam. Ginugulpi na, away mag-asawa yan, hindi pa rin pwedeng pakialaman. Now, paano po, attorney, halimbawa, nakatira kami sa barangay A. Tapos, di syempre, merong ng protection order, lumipat lang siya sa kadatig, barangay B. Natatakot pa rin po ako. Pwede ko ba siyang paalisin pa sa barangay B? It would depend. Prove your case. Hindi naman pwedeng automatic panalo ka. Okay, hindi naman pwedeng paalisin na yan sa San Pablo. Bawal yung ganun, ha? Paalisin na siya sa San Pablo, hindi pwede. Lalo na kung doon ang hanap buhay niya, nandun ang kanyang pamilya. You should not ask for that kind of protection. Okay? So, kung gusto niya sa kabilang barangay, edi okay. Kaya lang, if there is still fear, then you can ask that the accused move farther away. Pero kung your fear is just out of your trauma and you cannot prove any otherwise circumstance why you have this fear, the court will not grant it. O magkaibang barangay ka na, nakikita ka ba, mini-message ka ba? Hindi na po. O bakit ka pagbibigyan ni judge? Next, if you file a case of vowsy against the offender, there is a presumption, or automatic favor of the custody of the child to the woman. Unless the man can prove that you are not fit. You are not a fit parent. Yun ha, presumption yun. But of course, it can be overcome. Pag not fit, like, paano masasabing hindi siya fit parent? Pag prostitute ba ang babae, unfit parent na agad siya? Pag prostitute ang babae, unfit, bawal na sa custody ng anak? You should be ready to answer those kinds of questions. Because we're studying this. Okay, pag prostitute din ba yung lalaki, automatic na unfit parent siya? You have to be ready to answer those kinds of questions. Paano po, attorney, halimbawa? Siyempre, victim po ako, halimbawa, ng domestic abuse or domestic violence. Tapos po, siyempre, yung sa barangay, baka hindi naman nila alam. So, siyempre, wala yung secret or privacy ko nung nag-hearing kami doon. So, kalat na sa buong barangay namin na ako ay biktima, sinaktan ng aking asawa. Pwede ko bang idemanda si barangay chairman or yung mga kagawad na public yung record ko? Well, it is harsh, but that is the law. Kahit sa barangay level, dapat there is confidentiality, privacy of the victim. So maybe papalagay mo lang na yung pangalan, pero yung sa unang hearing, Reklamo ni JD kay Ricky. Okay? Pero sa susunod na hearing, reklamo ni AAA laban sa kanyang asawang BBB. Ganun na tayo. Hindi na ilalagay ang pangalan. Kasi pag sinabi mo ng People of the Philippines versus pangalan ng akusado, di alam na yung pangalan ng yung biktima, yung misis at yung anak, di nakilala din sila. Di ba? So, there will be no confidentiality there. Nandun kasi tayo, okay? Nandun kasi tayo that we should consider the privacy, the feelings of the victim. Okay? So, by law, public and private persons or entities must protect the identity of the victim. Kahit police. Okay? Pumunta dun sa women's desk. Pwede mo bang tanungin dun sa police station, nagahin po ba ng reklamo yung asawa ko? Hindi pwede. Private yun. Okay? Plus, when you have trials related to this, you can ask the exclusion of the public. Pwede kayong manood sa mga kaso na merong drugs or murder. Pero pag vowsy or rape or something in relation to minors, hindi pwede. Okay? If you break the confidentiality, okay, that's 500,000 pesos fine plus 1 year imprisonment. Di ba? Paano po, attorney, kung yung bagay ay nangyari noon pa, di hindi yung pwede. Okay? No ex post facto law shall be enacted. Okay? Paano po, attorney, halimbawa, without my consent, nakita ko na lang yung sarili ko dun sa TV. Pwede ko bang idemanda agad yun ng violation of my privacy? Hindi naman. Baka naman nagbalita siya, nandun siya sa kalsada, yung Google Maps, dahil nandun siya sa lugar na yun, dahil nandun ka, nakita yung mukha mo. Okay? So, you look at the context and the circumstances why it is there. Pero halimbawa, yung lagi kasi itong tableta, ni-raid isang bar sa Maynila. Di ba? So, sabihin, naka-video pa dun yung mga babae. You cannot use videos of or photos of victims who are naked, scantily dressed, or in any revealing or degrading state. Bawal. Di ba nakikita pa sila nito, wala masyadong suot. Ang mangyayari doon, bigyan mo sila ng time magbihis or bigyan mo sila ng damit. It's an obligation provided for by law. Okay. Ano pa? Because of vowsy, you cannot have the diminishment of reality of violence in cartoons. So, if you would watch old cartoons, yung laging sinasaktan or nagkakasakitan or may dynamite yung si Bugs Bunny at si Roadrunner, wala na yung ganun, bawal. Okay? Kasi nga, it diminishes the acts of violence against this person. Okay? Kahit fictional character siya. Okay? Plus, pero hindi naman ibig sabihin bawal ito yung Hindi ibig sabihin ito na bawal yung pornography or like kung mag-asawa ko you are porn stars or you post in these kinds of magazines. Hindi yun, ha? Okay. What it means here is that it must be done with consent of the parties who are of legal age or without impediment to do so, plus there must be a explicit qualification from the beginning. O, di ba, dati bumibili na lang naman ang tao. ano ba ito? Yung mga adult publications. Ngayon, hindi mo siya pwedeng bastang bibilhin. Nakalagay pa nga siya sa brown paper that cannot be perused by the public at large. Okay, so bumalik na naman tayo dun sa dati na naka-secret yon. Dati nakikita mo lang. Or, kung di man nakabalot, yung naka-plastic siya na hindi mo siya pwedeng buksan. To protect everybody. So, paano po, attorney, kung ang trabaho talaga niya prostitute? Babae man o lalaki, Tapos, during the course of his or her employment, pinicturan siya nung customer niya. Okay, so, will that be 9262? Yes! Pag babae ang biktima, kasi tatandahan nyo, kahit dating relationship or one sexual encounter lang, tapos pinicturan ka, ginagamit yun para mapahiya ka, that's 9262. Huwag nyo nang i-video or picturean. Okay? Para wala na lang tayong ebidensya. So, ano ba yun? Fireworks ba yun?
Attorney, pwede po magtanong?
Okay.
Attorney, meron po bang repercussions for women who file false vowsy reports?
What do you mean repercussion?
Halimbawa po ako po, finailan po ako ng vowsy na parang hindi naman po totoo. Tapos, syempre, kumarit na po siguro sa barangay na parang tinalabas po niya na like, I have committed physical violence sa kanya, tapos hindi naman po pala totoo.
Well, you studied criminal law, right? Okay, so you know your recourse.
Understood po, attorney. Thank you.
Any other question? You read the cases here, Yung Garcia, the person who challenged the constitutionality of 9262, and then the one with the lesbian relationship. Okay, you read all of that. Okay, next time we will study. You have to be ready for 7877. Okay. Yung Anti-Mail Order Spouse and then Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 1995. And then you have your anti-rape law. Okay. The landmark case. Okay. And then you have your Maria Clara Doctrine. Okay. That's People versus Tanyo. Okay. And then People versus Amarela, January 17, 2018. Ulitin ko. People versus Tanyo, October 31, 1960, 1960. Okay. Next, you have this People versus Amarela, January 17, 2018, 2018. So, these are landmark cases. Okay. And then you have that, I think, in your book, People versus Jumawan or Humawan siguro to, April 21, 2014. Okay, kasi madami sa rape. Okay, kasi pag ito, gising na gising kayo. Next, you have your Anti-Bullying Act of 2013. Okay, 10627. Okay. You have to be ready for that. Okay, so dun muna tayo sa acts of violence against women. Okay. Laging na-disconnect. Okay. So you read all those laws, including the cases related thereto. Okay, that's part of our discussion. Okay? And then after that, kasi dun, ito sa women and gender-based violence. Okay? So after that, we have our prelims. Okay? Kasama yung, so ulitin natin. So, from the beginning, and then you have your CEDAW, you have Magna Carta of Women, you have your 9262, Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children. Okay, and then you have yung Trafficking in Persons, 10364. It expanded the previous laws. Okay, then you have your Anti-Mail Order Spouse, RA number 6955. Okay, and then yung those related to rape, 8505, 8353. Okay, yan yung ating mga related to violence of against women, and those are covered by our prelims. So, ulitin natin daw ulit. From the beginning, kasama yung mga groups, okay, yung preliminary chapters, CEDAW, and then Magna Carta of Women, that's 7910, 7910, okay? Then you have Violence Against Women and Their Children, 9262. And then Trafficking in Persons, 10364. And then you have Anti-Mail Order Spouse, 6955. Okay, then you have Laws in Relation to Rape, 8505 and 8353. Okay? So, yan ang mga kasama dyan. Ano pa bang nilagay ko? Okay, yun siya. Okay, so those are covered by your prelims. Okay? Tapos natin yan next week. Okay? Pag hindi natin matapos, isang date pa, but you must be ready for the date of your examination. May klase tayo ng 17, 24. Pag natapos na tayo ng 17, pwede na tayo mag-exam next week. Or kahit hanggang Feb 2. Dapat mag-exam na kayo. So those are the coverage. Pinakamahaba naman to kasi maraming criminal provisions or acts or laws in relation to violence. Kasi siya naman yung highlight nito. Okay, you have no choice. It's harsh, but that is the law. You have to study. Pag lawyer na, titingin na tayo kay Google. Okay? Besides those law, you read the cases. Okay? Cases provided for in the book. Okay? Ulitin ko daw yung case. Okay, so ulitin natin yung case. Because I am online. Okay. So, People versus Tanyo. Ermitanyo. Enye. Okay? October 31, 1960. October 31, 1960. 1960. Okay, then you have People versus Amarela. Amarela. Ama, A-M-A-R-E-L-A. Okay. January 17, 2018. 2018. And then you have People versus Jumawan. J. Jumawan. J-U-M-A-W-A-N. Okay. April 21, 2014. Okay. And also include the cases in your book. Okay? Di ba may mga cases sa book ninyo? Kasama yon. Okay? Yung si Garcia. Okay? Si Jesus Garcia, he questioned the constitutionality of 9262, and then you have another one like yung Dabalos. Okay, that's 9262. And then you have the one, yung lesbian siya. Then you have Reyes versus People, Mergal versus People, lahat. Okay? So, dapat sa next meeting, may ready date na kayo for your prelims. Okay? So, anything else? Piyestang-piyesta na ba yung mga taga San Pablo? Okay. Naririnig ko na maingay na sa bayan. Okay. Plus si Mr. Estrada ilang beses na disconnect. Okay. Ewan ko.
Sorry po, attorney.
I hope you learned something even if you get this. Okay. So next time, be ready again for our discussion. I'll see you 17. Class Bidal, okay na ang ating attendance?
Yes po, attorney.
Okay, so thank you and good night.
Thank you po, attorney. Good night po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, attorney. Good night po.
Thank you